Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera. Today we are going to learn about present simple and present continuous. So before we start with the lesson, okay, let me give an introduction about what is verb. Okay, what is verb? So basically verbs, okay, dalam bahasa Melayu ni ialah kata kerja. Okay, what is verb? So most verb describe an action. Okay, dia menunjukkan kelakuan ataupun tindakan ataupun kerjaan yang dilakukan. They tell us what is happening. For example, this taxi is going to Banting. Okay, is going to Banting. So going is the verb. Kamal often ask questions. Ask, bertanya, itu adalah satu kata kerja. Instead of actions, some verbs describe situation. Okay, selain daripada kata kerja, dia juga untuk menunjukkan situasi. Okay, for example, Ravindran likes video game. Situasinya dia suka video games. So these verbs describe situation. We know that drugs are dangerous. Know is a situation. The knowledge that he know. Situasi di mana dia tahu. Okay, that drugs are dangerous. So are, am, is, was and were also a kind of verb. Dia juga salah satu daripada jenis-jenis kata kerja. So itu pengenalan seberingkas tentang verbs. What is verbs? So verbs have different forms. Okay, English verbs have many different forms. For example, we can add s, ed or ing at the end of the words. Kita boleh tambah s atau ed atau ing. Okay, you must use the correct form according to the present or past times. Present or past times, so we have to make sure if you have past tense, you have to add ed at the end. Or singular or plural. Okay, tunggal ataupun banyak. Are we asking question? Jika dalam bentuk soalan, bentuk dia berbeza, kata kerja tersebut. Does this verb follow another verb? Okay. So C, past tense and present tense. This is a very important difference in English. When we speak or write, we must always think, are we talking about the past or a present tense? For example, if we're talking about the past, we played badminton yesterday. Played mean in the past tense form. Maksudnya kita sudah pun bermain semalam. So we use past tense. So if you are not talking about the past, we use present tense. For example, we often play badminton. Play is a present tense form. Okay, and we should know that when we use singular form, for example, he, so he often plays. Okay, kita tambah hujungnya s di situ, badminton. So we often plays. He often plays badminton. So basically, past tense are for past and finish. Okay, action and situation. So there are 4 past tense. Simple past tense, past continuous, past perfect continuous. For present tense, we also have the same form, such as past tense. We have simple present tense, present continuous, present perfect and present perfect continuous. And we also have to know about regular and irregular verb. Most verbs are regular. They all have the same kind of past tense ending with ed, but a few verbs have different past tense without ed. For example, drink. The past tense of drink is drank. Okay, drink, drank. What else? See, saw. Okay, lihat. See, the past tense of see is saw. S-A-W. So sometimes the past tense is the same as the present tense. For example, cut. Okay, cut. The word cut in the past tense is also cut. C-U-T. So there are only about hundreds of these irregular verbs, and unfortunately, most of them are very common. Okay. E. So the name of the verb, the basic form. Okay, sometimes the base verb without any S, without any ing, without any ed, okay, has several names. Okay, so we call it basic form. Okay, dalam setengah keadaan situasi, kita tidak perlu tambah ing, tidak perlu tambah ed, tak perlu tambah S di hujungnya. Okay, okay. What's the situation? The first situation is when in some negative and question form. Dalam bentuk soalan, kita tidak tambahkan S ataupun ing ataupun ed pada perkataan kata kerja tersebut. For examples, did you see Zul yesterday? See, tidak ada S, tidak ada ing ataupun tidak ada perubahan past tense or present tense. So I didn't see him. Okay. And the second situation is after will, must, can, may and other models verb. Okay. For example, the minister will visit. Nampak? Will visit. Visit tak ada S, tak ada ing, tak ada ed. Taman negara soon. And then the third situation is after to. I like to know. Okay. After to, we use the verb without S, without ing. To know. Okay. Bukan to knows or to knowing. Okay. To know the answer. So this some of the situation that the verbs doesn't have ing, ed or s. Let's look to the simple past tense. Okay, what is the simple past tense? Simple past verb consists of one word only. For normal regular verb, added ed to the basic form. In this tense, we do not use s after he, she, it, then etc. So irregular verbs have special simple past form. Okay, for example, speak. The past tense of speak is spoke. The past tense of see is saw. Okay, so the past tense of what else? Go is went. I go to school today. I went to school yesterday. So different for irregular verbs. So special note is here. Was and were are the simple past of is and are. When we use simple past, we use was or were. Was is for singular, were is for plural. Were untuk ramai, banyak. Okay. So let's look to the common mistake in forming the simple past. Jalil is saw your cousin yesterday. So apa yang salah kat situ? Okay. It should be Jalil saw your cousin yesterday without S. Okay, Jalil saw your cousin yesterday. Jalil was see your cousin yesterday. Jalil has seen your cousin yesterday. So when we know that the situation is in the past or finish, so we have to use past tense without any the word is or are or was or were or ing, what else, ed. Okay, just use the basic form of the verb. Jalil saw, or we add ed at the end of the words. Okay, B. Where the simple past is the normal tense of past action. Use simple past verb if you want to talk about a finished action or situation, and have no reason to use one to the other special past tense. Remember, we do not use the simple past things for things which are generally true in both past and present. For this, we use the simple present. So dalam keadaan di mana dia wujud pada masa sekarang dan juga pada masa yang lepas, maka kita gunakan dalam keadaan simple present tense. Nanti kita lihat contoh-contoh ayat tersebut. Okay, number C. The ed ending spelling problems. When we add ed, we sometimes change the spelling. To understand the rules, you need to know about the vowels and consonant. Okay, the vowels of the alphabet are A, E, I, O, U. The other letters are consonant. Okay, E, I, O, U adalah huruf-huruf vokal. Problems. Verbs which end in Y. Okay, if the verbs end in consonant Y, change Y to I. Okay, mana-mana perkataan kata kerjanya ada Y di hujungnya, bila ditukar dalam bentuk past tense, kita buang Y dan kita tambah IED. Okay, copy jadi copied. TRY, ada Y di hujungnya, jadi try. TRIED, try. If the verb ends in a vowel plus Y, okay, there is no problem. Contohnya play, play. Okay, tadi cuba cikgu lupa nak beritahu. Sebelum Y tu ada huruf-huruf consonant, P, R, S and whatever. So we have to put IED. Kalau sebelum Y tu ada huruf-huruf consonant, then we have just add ED at the end of the words. Play, play. Okay, a short word, double letter. A short word which ends in one vowel plus one consonant must have a double letter before ED. For examples, grab. Okay, grab, double B, grabber. Stop, stopper. Okay, we use double consonant. A short word. Okay, a problem for double letters. Okay, ada huruf-huruf yang kita perlu tambahkan dua kali. Okay, for example, a short word which ends in one vowel and one consonant. Okay, contohnya grab. Kita ada A adalah vowel, B adalah consonant. So when we change it to the past tense, we have to double the B, the letter of B. So we and plus ED. So grabber, stop, stopper. Okay, because we have one vowel here, O, and one consonant P here. Stopper. But be careful, if the word has two vowels or two consonants at the end, do not write a double letter. For example, sail. A is a vowel, I is a vowel, L is the consonant. So when we change it to the past tense, we just put it ED without double letters. Sail, jump, jumped. Okay, no double letter. So that's the some of the regulation that you have to know to write the simple past tense. So how to pronounce the simple past tense? And it's the most common problem among the students, including me. Okay, for examples, we usually say D, but after the sound T and D, we say ID. Okay, after the sound S, SH, CH, K and P, we say the sound of T. Okay, for examples, we look at the exercise 4 here. Played. Okay, Y is not for the second situation or the third situation. So we call it played. Okay, with sound ED, but not played. Played. Okay. Number 2, crash. It end with SH. SH. So we use the sound of T. Crashed. Crashed. Okay. And then number 3, jump. P. Okay, P after the sound we say T. Jumped. Jumped. Okay. N. Open. Okay, open. We usually say it D. Opened. Opened. Okay, with the sound of D. This one is the sound of T. Okay, C. Washed. Okay, washed. Because the CH there. S. Missed. Missed. Okay. T. Okay, T is special for the second situation. T and D we say the word ID. It counted. Counted. Kita ada bunyi dia. ED. Counted. Okay. D. Number 8. Defended. Okay. Defended. Okay. With the word ID. Defended. T. Ending with N with T. So wanted. Apply. Applied. Okay. D. Stop. Stop. Stopped. D. Sounded. Sounded. Explained. Explained. Hurry. Okay, with the sound of D. Hari. Disappointed. Okay, with sound of EDID. Disappointed. Picked. Okay, picked with the sound of T. So that's the knowledge for you how to pronounce the simple past tense. Next, for negative simple past verb. Okay, negative simple past verb look different from normal simple past. Instead of adding ed, we use didn't or did not plus the basic form of the verb. Okay, I play. Regular. The simple past, I played. Okay, the simple past negative, I didn't play or I did not play. Okay, and if you look here, be careful. Don't use the simple past form here. Okay, after the word didn't or did not, we just use the basic form of the verb. Play without ed, without s, without ing. So I didn't play. I didn't speak. Okay, so that's for the negative simple past verb. So let's look, after we learn about the simple past tense, we look for the simple, the past continuous. Okay, for example, I was speaking yesterday. Okay, that's the example for past continuous. So what is the past continuous? The tense is like the present continuous, except that it talks about the past. Sesuatu yang sudah berlaku in the past. So it use past form, was or were, instead of am, is, and are. Okay, I was playing with the cat when he called. Okay, benda sedang berlaku pada masa lepas. Kita menceritakan satu situasi di mana sedang berlaku tetapi pada masa lepas. Okay, I was playing with the cat when you called. He was angry because the girls weren't looking at him. He was angry because the girls weren't looking at him. So continuous is a good name for this tense because we use it to focus on the middle, the continuing of the action. The simple past, on the other hand, describes the whole completed action. Okay, past ini simple past merujuk kepada benda yang sudah berlaku dan sudah berlaku lah. Okay, tetapi continuous, the past continuous, dia merujuk kepada sesuatu yang sedang berlaku pada masa lepas. B. When do we use past continuous verbs? Okay, we use the past continuous when we want to focus on the middle of a past action. Di tengah-tengah situasi yang sedang berlaku pada masa yang lepas. Or when we want to stress that the action was not short or sudden. Dia tidak ringkas ataupun secara mendadak. Okay, secara cepat. We can use a past continuous verb to describe an action which is not finished at certain time. Pada masa yang lepas, dia masih sedang berlaku, masih lagi belum lengkap sepenuhnya ataupun belum berlaku sepenuhnya. Okay, did not finish at certain time. Okay, for examples, what were you doing at 6 o'clock? What were you doing at 6 o'clock? Okay, apa yang anda sedang buat pada pukul 6 petang tadi, contohnya. Okay, what were you doing? I was washing my hair. Okay, dia sedang mencuci rambut pada pukul 6 petang tadi. So I was washing my hair. So number 2, we often use a past continuous verb in the same sentence as a past simple verb. We do this to show that one action was like continuing background to the other more sudden action. For example, when I arrived, my father was watching television. Okay, maksudnya ketika saya sampai, ayah sedang menonton televisyen. Okay, so when I arrived, ini semua telah berlaku, sedang berlaku pada masa yang lepas. Tetapi ketika saya sampai, bapa sedang menonton television. So when I arrived, my father was watching television. Okay, number 3. We can use the past continuous to describe a scene. Okay, satu scenario di mana, for example, the night market was very busy. Music was coming from radios and cassette player. Young men were laughing and talking. Okay, and blah 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 blah. Everybody was enjoying the cool evening air. Suddenly, I saw Botak. He saw me too and started to run. So all of this sentence describe something was happening, sedang berlaku pada masa lepas, when I saw Botak. Okay, so you should use past continuous. Was coming, were laughing, were buying, and so on. Notice that sudden action saw started are not in the past continuous. In story like this, the general rule is for past description, use the past continuous. For past action, use the simple past tense. Okay, notice also that we can put words like not just often between the two words of a past continuous. Or others were just looking. Okay, kita boleh letak perkataan just, often, what else? Between the two words of past continuous. Botak was quietly laughing, boleh. Okay, kita boleh letak di tengah-tengah antara the verb was or were with the verb ing there. C. Sometimes we cannot use the past continuous in certain sentence. Okay, so the basic rule here, okay, peraturan asasnya, if you are not sure either it's a simple past or past continuous, you just use the simple past. Okay, for example, it was 11:30 and it was business as usual in the bank. I was waiting or I wait. So if not sure, you just use a simple past tense. I waited in a long queue to get some money from my saving account. Behind the counter, clerk filled or is filling. Which one? The simple past tense or the present past continuous? So behind the counter, clerks, many ada banyak kerani di situ. Clerks were filling in forms and staring at computer screens. So jika anda tidak pasti sama ada simple past tense ataupun past continuous, just use the simple past tense. So that's the simple rule on how to use to differentiate between simple past and past continuous. ing verbs, speaking, playing, and etc. We use ing verbs to make the continuous tense. I was speaking, they are playing. So be careful, the ing form is not a present tense verb. It does not in itself have tense. We can find it both past and present tense verb. Dia boleh wujud dalam keadaan simple past tense, present past continuous, or present continuous. Okay, we can also find it alone, with, without is or was. Kadang-kadang kita boleh terus menggunakan ing tanpa ada perkataan was, verb was, is, were, or are. Okay, for example, speaking to Elias, I realized that he was a very clever boy. Nampak di sini? Dia terus menggunakan ing, speaking. Bercakap dengan Elias. Okay, so sometimes you have to know that you don't have to use the verb was, is, were, or are before the ing verb. Again, be careful. The ing form alone cannot be the main verb of a sentence. Common mistakes. Okay, my brother working in Shah Alam. Okay, sepatutnya yang betulnya ialah my brother is working in Shah Alam. Tak boleh guna. Perlu ada perkataan is di sini. Maksudnya sedang bekerja di Shah Alam. Okay. Number B. Other ways of using ing word. Alone. An ing verb can be like an adjective describing a noun. A driving school. Kita letakkan ing di belakangnya. A sleeping man. Okay. A driving school maksudnya menunjukkan sekolah memandu. Kita tak sebut a drive school, a driving school. Okay. Learning center, pusat pembelajaran, a learning center. Kita tak sebut a learn center, a learning center. Okay. The driving that tell us what kind of school. Okay, what kind of man he is. A sleeping man. Okay. It can also be like a noun. Walking is good for your health. Running is good for your health. Okay. Dia boleh juga bertindak sebagai kata nama. I'm tired of waiting. Saya letih menunggu. I'm tired of waiting. ing word as adjective. Like normal ing. Okay, ni kemudian lah. Okay, because present participle. Okay, I will tell you later. Okay, let's look to the exercise that you have done last week. For example, for question 1, okay, he was waiting for half an hour before they arrived. So when we know that it happened in the past and it's still happening in the past, okay, we have the clue here, before they arrived. So he was waiting. Dia sedang menunggu. So he was waiting. So if you look the notes here, it refers to the situation 2. When I arrived, my father was watching television. He was waiting before they arrived. So the situation for number 2. Okay, and then we go to question 2. When he it is a question. Where was he going when you saw him? Where was he going? Kemanakah dia sedang pergi when you saw him? So we use past continuous here because with the word when. Okay, we compare the two situations, what you call that? Two verbs there. Okay, that happen in the same time. Okay, when you saw him, where was he going when you saw him? Okay, sentence 3. Okay, number 3. He phoned me to say they would be late. So there is no clue that it is happening in the past. So we just use the simple past tense. He phoned me to say they would be late. Kita tak tahu mungkin sedang berlaku atau tidak. So just make a simple rule there. Just use the simple past tense. He phoned. Okay. She talked to John on the phone when I walked in. Jadi bila ada perkataan when ke while ke, so you just use she was talking. Okay, just use the past continuous. She was talking to John on the phone when I walked in. Okay, same to the situation. When do we use the past continuous verb for number 2? Okay. Okay, number 5. Did she know? Okay, this is a question. Did she know? They were coming to the party. So did she know? So just use the simple past tense there. Did she know? Not did she know or whatever. Okay, number 6. How many people were sitting, yang sedang duduk in the waiting room when you arrived? So ada perkataan when kat situ, just use the present past continuous. Okay, I met them. I met them in the street while I was shopping. Ketika saya sedang membeli belah, saya terjumpa mereka. Ini sedang berlaku pada masa yang lepas. The postman arrived while I was leaving the house. Okay. The children were making so much noise that I didn't hear the phone ring. Okay, I did not hear the phone ring. Okay, anak-anak sedang bermain ketika saya tidak mendengar bunyi telefon. We were walking. Kami sedang berjalan by the river when it started to rain. Okay, kami sedang berjalan ketika hujan mulai turun. Okay, the storm start while we were driving. Ketika kami sedang memandu, the storm started. Okay. They met when they were working in Paris. Okay, so just complete all the sentence. I just give you the idea for how to use the past continuous and to differentiate between past continuous and simple past in a sentence. Okay, so that's all for class for today. Thank you.